The first in a series of videos where I tell you how I think you should make videos. Want to be a tech reviewer? I'm going to tell you how to do it just right after we do this thing right here. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts! This is your first time here, then maybe you came because you want to know how to make tech reviews. If you're just back again because you like to see my face, thanks for coming back. So let's get into the video. Let's talk about what we're going to do. Okay, so how to do tech reviews on YouTube. Seems like it should be simple, right? But it's not. It's not. Very difficult. I'm going to go through a couple of different categories here. First, I'm going to tell you what you need, and then I'm going to tell you sort of how to do it, or what mindset I believe is the most successful mindset and way of doing it, so that you can know how to do it, right? Okay. Anyway, first off, what do you need to make tech reviews? You need a product. In this case, we have an OLXR phone stand. Kind of looks like as I said, so you need a product. Then you need a camera. Smartphone, webcam, DSLR, mirrorless camera. It could be what you've got on hand. It doesn't really matter. If you want to start getting picky about things, DSLR microphones sound like garbage. The preamps that you plug other microphones in sound like garbage. But you can make do with that. Some of your smartphones these days, the LG V30, the LG V20, they have great microphones and very good cameras, and you could really get away with making your YouTube videos strictly with your smartphone, and I know a lot of people that do. It's not having awesome tools, a $50,000 Red Dragon camera, whatever, those things, to me, that's a ridiculous expense for a YouTube video, but it's knowing how to use the tools, having mastered the tools, having gotten the experience that you need in order to take the tools and use them to make great content. So what about what do I say? What do I say? How do I know how to say what I say? Well, sometimes I write an entire script, like every word I'm going to say, and I have this little attachment for the front of my camera that's a teleprompter, and I use that. I don't do it as often as I used to do. Sometimes I have bullet points, like for this video, I have some bullet points because I want to be able to remember what brilliant things I had to say when I decided I wanted to tell you how to do these videos. So bullet points on my smartphone. It's what I got right under the camera here. It's like right there. I'm touching it. Sometimes I just let it fly. I let it go and I do the thing, and then I edit it. What do I use to edit? Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere Pro are the two that I use the most. And to me, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other, which one I like better. There are things that I like about each that the other doesn't do. They're both expensive. That's the problem. I started out using iMovie on my Macs and used iMovie for a good couple of years. Whichever you get, whether you start with iMovie or you start with something that's, you know, a professional program, you use it, you get to know it, you become better at it, you find things that you want to do, you look it up on the internet. Those are the steps right there of how to review. I mean, I could talk about how I set my camera up and all that kind of stuff, what camera I use, etc., etc. Maybe I'll do that in another video. If you want me to do that in another video, let me know down in the comments. Now that we've covered the what, let's talk about how do you review technology on the YouTube. First off, you already have the product. Then you need to use the product in all the ways that you could think of that the product might be used by a consumer like yourself. Remember, you're not trying to be smarter than everybody else with this. You're trying to use it as though you are a consumer, as though you are the end user, as though you are trying to decide whether or not you like it. Make sure that you in the early days, it's definitely important to make sure that you make a list of the features of the product. You don't have to include them all. In fact, sometimes that's not a good thing, because when you include all the features, usually you're just kind of like reading the specs of the thing, and you're not really making any commentary about the thing. And the commentary is what really matters in a tech review. You might be afraid to state your opinion early on in the game. You might have watched other YouTubers who don't really go one way or the other with their reviews, and you might think, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. But I'm here to dissuade you of that notion. Truth of the matter is, your opinion is what differentiates you from all the other people who do all this stuff all over YouTube. There's no way you're ever going to stand out and be recognized and noticed and viewed on YouTube if you just do what the other guys do. Whatever you've heard about reviews are supposed to be unbiased, it's BS. It's not true. No person walks into any situation free of bias. Our experiences inform our bias, and our bias is what helps us differentiate our surroundings from the biases of someone else. Okay, so there's no such thing as an unbiased review. There's just not. It can't happen. So let's embrace bias a little bit. Tech reviews these days are one of the few places that we can really hold a manufacturer's feet to the fire over subpar products. YouTube reviewers actually have a lot of power, and I wish more people, especially the larger tech YouTubers, would recognize this. As a tech reviewer, you have a chance to help people make purchase decisions, and you can't do that by not saying what's good and what's bad or what's not so great or however you want to think about it. But if you don't put that stuff in, then you're not doing the job. Anybody that I know of who's been successful on YouTube to this point, and however you want to describe success, if any of those people had set out to make this into a popularity contest, they wouldn't still be here. Okay, because there's something about them that wants to be helpful to other people, and that's why we make tech reviews. Approach the review as if you're standing at work talking to a friend, or you're on the phone with a family member or whatever, and you're the interested tech person, and there's somebody who maybe doesn't know as much as you, and you're talking to them about the product. They call up and they say, hey, Jason, I know you like tech. What about this Olexar iPhone stand? Do you think it's pretty good? I'm like, well, it's made of solid aluminum. It's got a nice rubbery catch for the phone. It's articulating so that it can go in a lot of different directions. You could use it for an iPad. You could use it for an iPhone. You could use it for just about anything you want to. And it's really a solid product. Doesn't cost too much. You have to remember, this is entertainment. We are being entertaining while delivering this information. And one of the ways that I think about being entertaining is by trying to push boundaries, to push people outside of their comfort level, to really challenge what it is they believe about the technology they use, and see what kind of reaction I get. YouTube is an incredibly intimate media where I sit here in my basement and I talk to this camera, and you sit wherever you are and you watch it on your phone or on your laptop or on your TV, and we have a relationship. No matter if it's tech reviews or anything else, you want to have a relationship with your audience, one that you value and they value as well. And not everybody's going to like what you do. And it's the haters that kind of make it interesting. So don't go into this trying to be everybody's friend. If you do, nobody will pay attention. Don't expect anybody to show up. Just keep putting it out there, and it becomes sort of like a faith-based thing where you're putting stuff out there for you, not for them. And if you continue to do it, and you continue to get better, and you continue to hone your craft, then people will show up. It's the people who give up too early who don't have the success. And again, success is not millions of subscribers. Success is not thousands of views per video. Success is making a product, taking pride in it, believing that you put something out there that is from the heart, and owning it. In the end, it comes down to this. If you're not making somebody mad, then you're not doing it right. Okay? You have to push boundaries. You have to push buttons, and you have to challenge people to think about why it is they love or hate a product. If you don't do that, then you're just more noise. And I don't think you want to be noise. That's what I think it takes to make good tech reviews on YouTube. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'd really be happy to answer. This is the first of these kind of instructional, inspirational videos that I've made, and I really hope that I can do more. If you want me to do more, you'll absolutely let me know. I know you will. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like and subscribe on all the buttons that are down in the virtual here. Anyway, thanks for being here. My name's Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest, it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.